What is going on, y'all? How are y'all doing today? I'm Mr. G,
I'm Agent X.
I'm the bishop.
and welcome to the Nexus podcast, where we bring together all the media that you love, where we talk about Buffy, Xena, Game of Thrones, and more, with Charmed always being the heart and center of what we do.
I will say, and I know we're gonna say this for when we actually talk about the episode, but I just want to point out, I forgot how interesting this episode was. Like,
Oh yeah,
really had some bops in season one.
yeah. That was like the episode where they got it together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's unfortunate that I think that the next two episodes I think was filmed before this one.
Mm-hmm.
Those first two episodes were shot out of order.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they finally got it together, and then the next two episodes were like shot before they got it together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Especially, like their wedding episode. That
Yeah.
wedding episode was shot like real early because, what's his name? I think, Chef Moore had either just quit Quake or was still working for Quake and was out of town.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Even though by that point, it had already been established that Chef Moore was long gone and that, Piper was a manager now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cause she was cooking and everything and she had been, but yeah. Oh, and that was another thing that was from listening to their podcast
Mm-hmm.
about Holly said that the reason that they made Piper into a manager is because the chef's jacket didn't look good on her. They didn't like the look of the chef's jacket, and they liked the manager look better.
Please leave me alone. 'Cause I hate them for that. Because no, you know what's funny is I was watching this and Piper was like, if Piper told Mark that she became a chef, and y'all please correct me if I'm wrong. Please correct me. They say throughout the entire show that Piper was a chef. At what point, like, was she a chef before the show started? Because they never they tell us that she was pursuing her dream of becoming a chef, but it was always
Yeah,
unclear to me if she was a chef before the show started.
no, she wasn't. She was a banker.
Yeah, she was a banker when Grams died, before she killed Grams, and then like this when the show only started 6 months later, and she got the
Right.
job with Chef Moore, but then she became the manager. So I don't understand why they keep saying she became a chef, because I'm like, are you saying you were training to become a chef, and you
She,
just saying I was a chef?
You can do anything you want to do when you make it up.
yeah, she was a chef for like, maybe a week
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
or two. And, and the thing is, I really don't get why Chef Moore leaving would bump her to manager when he was the head chef.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how
Mm-hmm.
did him leaving open a space for the manager position?
And then this new person who just came in got taken from a chef to a manager. That doesn't even make sense.
Right.
Charm said, baby, listen, if you think that we're going to deal with
Yeah,
things such as details, you got us messed up.
it's
Yeah.
paper. Basically, make them fail their health inspection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
When she became, the
The
Wendigo.
window. Mm-hmm. Up there
They,
putting
they
meat
just,
on the head, and then P3
Okay.
got closed down because she up there stealing fruit.
oh yeah.
She can
It's,
steal that fruit. She stole it. Wow.
Getting it
yeah,
illegally before.
illegally. Yeah.
Mhm. Like, girl,
It's so,
that's what you get.
Yeah, it's so
She
funny
knew it.
because
She knew she did it illegally. She knew it.
it's so funny because on Charm they call it Wendigo, and on Supernatural they call it Wendigo.
I remember
Not a Wendigo.
Indigo.
Uh, and
Not a.
so and it comes up kind of more on Supernatural. So I tend to say Wendigo. So when like I'm referencing Charm, I have to catch myself and say Wendigo.
Not a Wendy Williams go. That is
Yeah,
hilarious. A
she about yeah,
Wendigo.
yeah,
I low-key wish they had used that. A Wendigo.
yeah. Because Wendigo does kind of sound like a little bit more exotic and
Mm-hmm.
and supernatural. Like the Winchesters, they came across the Wendigo pretty early in their first season as well.
Baby, I stand.
Yeah, and yeah, and pretty much has like the same MO,
Mm-hmm.
like the whole cannibalism thing.
Yeah. Good child, because that old harsh face lesbian they had playing
Oh
what's her
yeah,
name? The
Agent somebody.
I can't remember her name. It was Ashley something. I remember her first name was Ashley.
Oh yeah, it
But I,
was.
but I don't remember her last name.
Oh yeah,
She was like, I'm just interested in that. I was like, ew, madam, calm down. Hussy.
oh yeah, they had to put that on the they had to put that on the back end of the season because Holly said that Aaron Spelling had them basically rated G.
Child. I said, not Andy sitting up here getting hot under the collar for this lady.
Oh, you know what else she played? She played rugby, ladies rugby.
Shut now, ladies, rugby. Okay. Okay. But you're absolutely right. She showed did. Ooh, she showed did. That old strong jaw. I said, yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. You better show him who's boss. With all that
Like,
jumping up when she saw the man lit the cigarette, she up here jumping like a fool. I said, well, baby, if you wasn't trying to get yourself away, you didn't do a good job at it.
right. I mean, like, come on, it was a lighter and a cigarette. It's not gonna set you on fire.
Thank you. Baby, that woman said she was coming back. She said, listen, they gonna see my acting skills and they gonna ask me back. She
Right.
probably auditioned to play Patty.
Oh, that, oh, Patty.
Oh, pity Patty.
I, yeah, I do hate that. I do hate that he had to die though. I like the little Billy.
Yeah, he was cute. He should have stayed around. I liked him. He looked like he would hit somebody though. I don't know. He looked like he would like hit somebody that worked in Target because they brought the wrong thing from the back or something. I don't know.
It's so funny because they tried to, like set it up as like a twist
Mhm,
that it was Agent Ashley,
mhm.
but it was like, who else was it gonna be? You literally have two
Exactly.
guest stars.
It sure wasn't gonna be
Like,
Billy.
right. You didn't introduce anyone else who it could
Thank you.
possibly be.
Exactly. Exactly. And then that old cheap premonition they gave Phoebe, I was like, baby, what? Well, her face turned into the Wendigo. I was like, okay, y'all playing in my face now because
Like,
what is this?
yeah, because you say that Wendigo wasn't, like a local thing. It was traveling, and Ashley and Billy were following it.
Mm-hmm.
And when Billy died, like you would at least think, oh, it could be him, it could be her,
Mm-hmm.
or because the only other choice it would be some random person that they haven't come across.
Exactly. And that wouldn't even make sense to the story.
Right.
I could have been the Wendigo. I know how to snarl. Anyway, let me start. So what has everyone been watching?
Oh my goodness. I've been watching The Idol. It's ended now. The one with the Weeknd and Johnny Depp's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Is
my,
it
it
good?
was no, it was a hot mess. It was funny though. So it was entertaining, but good
Mhm.
wasn't the right word. It did have like a a good bop of a song though, the song of the summer, which
Mhm.
is about the only redeeming quality
Child, I didn't
of
know.
that show.
I had heard about it, but only because he was in
And
it.
so the thing is, it had like its premise, of like a young woman being exploited by the music industry. But then the weekend came and him and the creator, it's not Sam Levinson, I think so, the one who did Euphoria. He, they like redid it
Mhm.
to focus more on the weekend's character. And so it was kind of like two shows squished together
Two
in
competing
such a way
shows.
that's a hot mess. Yeah.
Hmm.
Cause he's like a cult leader.
Oh,
Yeah, his character. Yeah.
child.
And then it was only 5 episodes. So
So they didn't have time to flesh nothing out. They were just throwing everything at you.
yeah. They were throwing everything at you. And then the fifth slash last episode, they was like, oh, well, I guess we should try to resolve all the stuff that we half-heartedly set up.
Because
But
what's the purpose? I mean, and is the weekend, I'm not trying to throw shade at that man because, you know, he's a person. But is he that like important of an artist that we would go out of our way to like make him the star of the show?
no, especially because his acting was not that good.
He
That's
should have
Pink,
called his ex boo Selena.
that's Pink Nice, like not that good. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was. His acting was pretty bad.
Which, because I was like, I remember hearing about it and I remember thinking, why is the weekend of all people headlining something? But hey, who, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But that's sad. I know everybody got to
Yeah,
start somewhere as far as acting roles, but mm-mm.
a guest spot would have been better.
Exactly, especially when you only got 5 episodes.
Hmm.
He should have been a musical. Well, he should have been a guest.
Yeah, thank you.
I had to stop myself there, child. I ain't trying to get
Can't
HBO. I
sing.
say
And
HBO, whoever
good.
came on
What
soon.
did Nene say? You can't sing, and you're hearing it from me. You can't sing, and you can't act, and you're hearing it from me.
Yeah, he actually did songs for the show, and I can't even remember. The only song was the one that was memorable. Is the one that Johnny Depp's daughter did.
Child,
I know.
oh Jesus! Now he had a whole flop.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
mm, mm.
5 episodes, and I think it was canceled before the last episode aired.
Dear God in heaven, there was no point to it. They could have kept it to themselves,
Yeah,
or had different people in it and had it be, an actual series. It's kind of
yeah.
like this American Horror Story season that's coming up. Like
Hmm.
Kim Kardashian, just I don't know. It takes away, like, it had already kind of been losing steam over the past couple of years, but now it really just
Yeah.
What is the theme?
a child. I don't even know what the theme is yet. It's just Kim Kardashian's gonna be in it, and then a whole who else? Because it was somebody else I remember reading that was like super random. That I was like, what? I can't remember who.
I I was gonna say like you don't even see American Horror Story advertised anymore. But then I
Mm-mm,
remember that, the mouse, has FX now and
mm-hmm,
they done ran it into the ground.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
FX used to be one of the premier cable channels. You knew that if you were gonna watch an episode, you were gonna watch a show on FX, you knew that it was gonna be good. And now
Exactly.
there's like one show that's still on.
Mm-hmm,
And now
mm-hmm.
they got the whole FX on Hulu.
I miss Legion. That was some good TV.
Yeah, that
I watch
was.
Archer. Archer's on FX, and that's really good, but that's about it.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the ending.
That is. That's right. This next season is the last season.
That yeah,
Of Archer? I thought Archer had gone off the air like 2 years ago.
no, there was like a long hiatus between the most current season and the one before that.
Is that when the lady
Jessica
died?
Walters,
What's her name?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then like the pandemic and all that.
Child, shows like that just fall by the wayside, and it's like, hmm.
Yeah, the mouse bought Fox, and that was the worst thing that ever happened
Mm,
to the
mm,
industry. The like like the government, FCC, all that, they never even should have let that happen. Like they kept Fox,
mm,
but that was probably only because like no network can like own more than one,
mm.
local, one of the big networks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think what I think but who got NBC what is it, Universal, NBC Universal?
Hmm.
I think they was trying to come up with some deal with is Paramount, is that the top, or that has Paramount, Viacom, all them. They was trying to do something, but it was like they can't have both CBS and NBC. Hollywood is a mess.
And a half. This is not a good
Right,
time
it's
to be
like
an
we're
actor.
never going to get TV again.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
No. ABC is already gearing up to show game shows in the fall.
Oh, they said they good either way. They said whether it's some TV or whether it's just a bunch of game shows, we gonna be good.
What you call Disneyland, Disney World, all them theme parks about the triple in price, so the mouse get its money.
You've seen I'm going to go to Disneyland. I've only been to Disney World, but I'm going to check it out if I ever go back.
Oh, that just made me think of Shonda.
Imagine fumbling Shonda Rhimes over a Disney pass,
That's right. Now she over at Netflix.
giving us more shows about interracial love.
Uh-huh. Except she get to show them naked now.
I only watched Bridgerton. I didn't watch anything else after that.
What else has she done besides Bridgerton and Queen Charlotte? I think there was another series that might have came out.
There was another series, and then there also was didn't she have two other shows on ABC? Was she attached to for the? Yeah, she's attached to For the People, and there was another show,
Oh yeah.
Romeo and Juliet, because that's where the lead. Remember the one of the lead guy from Bridgerton came from her other show.
Oh yeah. And that was a really big hit to ABC, because she really was producing like a lot of shows for them.
The only person that I look, Dick Wolf really owns TV. He owns TV.
Yeah.
This man has 3 whole nights with 3 shows in 3 different universes. He has all the FBI shows, all the Law and Order shows, and all the Chicago shows, and he has 2 or 3 more shows coming.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy to me. Wonder if he's looking
Yeah.
for a sugar baby.
He probably is. Those rich people love spoiling folks,
Well, here
but
I
like it's like you can never find them.
am. I'm black, so my pickings are very slim.
To bring it to Soaps for a little bit. Y&R, Kyle's having a little affair with Audra, and he bought her like some earrings and I think like a purse and just stuff from his wife's like favorite store. And people are like, "Oh, why is he buying her all this expensive stuff like after one night of hooking up and all that?" It's like, because he's a rich playboy and rich people do that. They just spend money on people.
Here I am, spending on me. Not
Right.
giving you nothing in return for it, though.
And that's the thing. A lot of times they don't even want nothing. They just like to spend money. especially like when they have so much more than they'll ever be able to spend. If they like you, they just spend it. I will say, yeah, Dick Wolf, he's like one of those last producers like who really understand like what the general audience wants when it comes to TV. Aaron Spelling was one of those. And like on the podcast, Holly said that like Aaron like had like these certain rules like for his series, especially, like that first half of the first season. Like, 'cause she said like they couldn't change their hair at all. So that's why, we don't see Prue and Phoebe, like they don't grow their hair out until later in the season because they had to keep their hair the same way for a certain number of episodes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
prefer with the long
you
hair.
should listen to their podcast. It's really good. Yeah, she gives a lot of insight. I think I'm up to like the Aviva episode.
I'm gonna have to listen to it because like I'm also team long hair Prue. To me, that's Prue at her peak.
Yeah.
And Phoebe, I like
Yeah.
Phoebe with the pixie cut. I like Phoebe with the blonde was okay, but I think the pixie cut might be my second to favorite look of hers. I liked her hair the last season. She looked really good that last season.
I like the Pixie Cut. Yeah, season 8. And then like there was a period in like that sort of middle period in season 5 where her hair was really good. Like it had like a lot of volume and she had a better bang.
I think I remember. I think I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
it was around the time that they vanquished Cole and before she started wearing it in a ponytail.
That's the ponytail.
But in that first season, like, yeah, they had to keep to them bobs. That's the way they introduced it. So they had to stay there. And Holly said that, she hated those bangs. Like they was terrible upkeep. Yeah, she tried really hard, like with Aaron to get rid of them, but it's like, no, you have to keep them for a certain amount of time because he wanted to like for the audience to like really ingrain them into their minds. So like they needed to keep that same look for a certain number of episodes. And yeah, it seems really tedious, but like he came out with the hit.
But that makes sense too when you think about it, especially because they don't really shoot a lot of those episodes in order.
Right. I listened to most of the Aviva episodes. I don't think I finished this week. And the lady who plays Aviva, Danielle Harris, she said that they wanted her to dye her hair, I think, red because they said that she looked too much like the sisters.
Child, she really did fit in perfectly. She could have been Phoebe's best friend, or they could have had her be like Victor's daughter, and then
Right.
that could have worked. That would have been cute.
Yeah, but she said that she couldn't because she was working on a movie at the same time. And my goodness, that week she was on Charm. She was really working because she said she was shooting Charm that day and then she would shoot her movie that night. So for like however long, she shot Charm, she basically got no sleep.
My goodness, oh child.
But yeah, and they almost recast her because she wouldn't dye her hair. But they ended up creating that slick back look.
Yeah.
And so that's why her hair is slicked back to kind of differentiate between her and the Charm ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then Drew was like, "Oh, I thought it was on purpose that she looked like the sisters."
Right.
Yeah, because she really could have been one of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If you had told me she was, I wouldn't have been mad at you. Because definitely, I mean, she fit in perfectly with them.
Yeah.
Well, all right, y'all. I'm gonna try to
You
get
got 'em
a
all.
little sleepy sleep.
Yeah. Oh, and I hope you have a good time.
Thank you, thank you.
I
I'm
really think you are.
I think so. I really do think that I'm gonna have a good time, and I'm gonna try to make sure I take lots of pictures and
Yes.
whatever else. So I'm gonna sneak some pictures of her.
You know that dude who was in my, who was in my Instagram photo.
Hmm.
He was at RangerCon too,
Oh,
at Ranger
fine.
Stop
So,
too. Even though that was at Mississippi Comic Con,
hmm.
and so like he would take the pictures for me, and I would take the pictures for him. And what we did, and I got the idea from him, is to like put it on video and then take the pictures from there.
From there, yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Ugh, I wish I had somebody with me, but oh well.
Yeah, let's say it's easy to do when you have a buddy.
I'm gonna be like,
Yeah,
Holly, hold this.
yeah.
You
So
ain't
like,
doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing, Holly.
yeah,
Hold this.
That part.
yeah. Wait, like get one of them, get somebody, like another attendee to like take your picture with Holly and like put it on video and then have them take the pictures through the video while it's recording.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they might steal my phone. No, they ain't gonna steal my phone.
No, the honor system is pretty good there.
That's true. That is true. So
No, just pull out your gun and start shooting.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm ready. I gotta get there early. That's my only thing is I want to get there early to make sure I get a good, seat and whatever else. And
Oh
You're
yeah.
gonna have so much fun.
I am. I'm gonna try to I wanna vlog it. That's what I wanna do. I wanna vlog
Oh
it.
yes, you
Yeah, so
should.
we can follow along and stand very loudly.
Okay? I'm gonna be
Oh
like,
yes.
hi everybody, it's me. I'm here to talk about this. And here we go. I'm gonna show you guys some video.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do it
Yeah.
just like that.
Do you have do you know the panels that you want to go to?
See, I really only want to go to hers.
And that's perfectly fine too.
Because everybody else, I kind of Lucy Ewing from Dallas is gonna be there. I'd be
Mm,
interested to see hers, but hers is gonna be on Sunday, and I gotta be already back at home by then. Um,
mm.
and then Lucy Ewing.
You watch Dallas?
It was somebody else I kind of wanted to see, but no, I'm really just there for the holster.
Uh,
And then hers is first too. That's what I love even more is hers is first.
oh yeah.
And so okay, Kim Fields.
I never watched the original Dallas. I watched the revival.
Mm-hmm. And I love the revival. I loved it. And I never
Me
got
too.
It was so good. I was so hurt when it got canceled. I was so upset.
Me
yes.
too. 'Cause it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was bringing it. Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
John Ross was demonic, but he was so fine to me.
Oh, and the way he would walk like he was just big, but he really wasn't, and he just throw himself around. I'd be like, yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Um, and then he had come off of Desperate Housewives where he was a piece of crap too.
It's funny because
Oh, see, I didn't know he was on there.
they both were on Desperate
Yeah,
Housewives.
yeah, they were.
Because
Oh yeah, Christopher
Christopher,
sure was that underage, her underage love interest, and I was always very disturbed by that.
Uh,
it was pretty much
uh,
giving statutory rape.
it
Yeah.
was because his mom was gonna get Gabby arrested for it.
Mm-hmm.
She should have went to jail.
Yeah, yeah, because he was 17 when they started.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
and the actor who played John Ross on Desperate Housewives, he was the one who got what's her name, Danielle pregnant because he was dating Susan's daughter
Mm-hmm.
and then got Bree's daughter pregnant and then ran out of town.
And that's when Bree had a fake pregnancy.
Pregnancy,
For
Not
her
Bree faked the
grandchild.
pregnancy.
She had a whole fake belly and pretended to be pregnant. And then she gave birth to her grandchild and tried to raise it as her own. I said, you know what, Bree, something's wrong with you. Because she didn't want to be
Yeah,
embarrassed that her daughter was pregnant.
right. Because in real life, Martha Cross had gotten pregnant.
Baby, I
Okay.
low key have to stand. I'm not even going front.
Yeah, and then she ended up sending Danielle off to like a convent or something until it was time for her to have the baby.
And
Child,
Valley was given black family in the 90s.
Yeah, and you know what? She was right to do it because Danielle was a hot mess.
She had to fake the pregnancy though. Because on the show, they made her seem so much older than I think she was.
Yeah,
mm-mm.
Anyway, I know my friend, you barely holding on.
yeah,
Listen, listen.
Go to bed. Go
A
to
wing and a
bed.
prayer, child.
yeah,
Wing and a prayer.
yeah. Because we'll end up getting off on another tangent.
Listen.